So I was just about to go to bed and well, we have more news. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's 1:30 a.m. in the morning and the light in my room is, well, it looks like it's going dim and still haven't got around to getting a halo light, which is next on my cards alongside a camera. But it seems that there is still more news coming and the CMA has, it seems, finally come to an agreement with Microsoft in terms of a divestiture. Now, what this actually means is currently unknown, but we can make a hazardous guess in terms that it'll probably be regarding xCloud. We also have the FTC edging towards potentially making an appeal, and we also have the meltdown of Twitter, especially with a dude called Matt. He's literally lost the plot and is now on an escapade, on a rampage, to make himself look even more foolish than he actually wants to. And it's quite sad to see someone of that pedigree just crumble under everything from a decision that didn't go to the liking that he wanted. Oh, but anyway, let's get on with the actual video. But before I do, the last two videos we gained about 100 subs. Thank you so much. Another video should have gone live before this one, and I think this one's going to come out about an hour and a half after that one. It's about 3 a.m. I'm planning on pushing this one live. It is 1:30 a.m. so probably give me enough time just about to make it. I do need to get to bed, but thank you so much for your continued support. We are almost at 2,000 subs. I know that is a long way away from my ultimate goal to get a silver plaque, but hey, this is a good stepping stone and I'm grateful for all the support you're giving. So if you do find this content useful, do consider dropping a sub and a like. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. It does help getting this content out to other people and getting recommended to the wider audience. So with that said, on with the actual video. So as we can see here, it seems, according to CNBC reports, Microsoft and the CMA have agreed to a small divestiture, but it's not clear what that is yet. Now, if we're looking, I've been looking around the internet for a little bit, and for all intents and purposes, it seems to be related to xCloud. Now, we won't get an official confirmation until probably a few hours later, or probably by morning my time, because the CMA is a UK-based institution, so they do probably operate, they're probably gone to sleep now. But I believe it is related to cloud. Now, what does this mean? I think they're going to remove xCloud from the UK. Now, if they do this, to me, that's a really weird thing to do because, again, it removes choice, and xCloud is just a delivery mechanism. It's not something that is sold separately. It is part of Game Pass Ultimate. You don't even get it when you get Game Pass on its own. With Game Pass Ultimate, you get the Game Pass features, you get Xbox Live, and you get xCloud. It's a good deal, but removing it makes no sense. But I can see Microsoft, if this does happen, go into partnership with Nvidia and potentially offer their games through Game Pass on Nvidia's platform. That is what I see happening if this does actually, if it is related to the xCloud platform, because it just doesn't make sense, right? Why would you want to divest xCloud? But that is the one that people are talking about that is being divested. That is that is the part of the equation. Because as you know, the CMA has been head on heels regarding the cloud gaming, and it makes sense for them to attack the cloud gaming because that is pretty much the whole basis of their argument. So we'll see what happens over the next few days, or at least by morning. I expect some news by morning, but it's weird. And I read through the article that it's linking to. There really isn't much there. But at least what this means is if this deal goes through, sure, games like Diablo won't be available on xCloud, at least in the UK. It will still be available in the US and around the world, which is the odd part. So if they are divesting this, or maybe they're making xCloud its own platform, so you have to kind of pay for it separately, that would also be a possibility. Or maybe they're going to introduce a higher tier that includes xCloud. I don't know how they're going to go about it, but we'll see soon enough. So that's where we are with the CMA, but it does seem like they have come to an agreement to push this through. But it seems the FTC, on the other hand, is not done yet, because the FTC is leaning towards appealing Microsoft and Activision loss. Now, I don't understand why they would do this. They have lost. I mean, how much of the taxpayers' money are they gonna waste? Number one, they wouldn't have enough time to stop the appeal. I think that's correct. I smell desperation setting it for Lena Khan FTC and the FTC. I mean, it's getting sad how desperate they are to try and overturn this deal, and it's making the FTC look weaker and weaker. They've lost, and they should just accept that. I mean, they chose the judge as well. I'm seeing a lot of things around the internet, how Judge Corley has ties to where his son is working for Microsoft. It was the FTC who chose Judge Corley. Microsoft wanted to go to Colorado to actually have the trial. A different judge altogether, but it was the FTC who chose this judge. So Dave must have done their homework. And even then, before the trial started, while I was listening in, Judge Corley openly disclosed her son's relationship with Microsoft, and both parties said that they were okay with it. Well, Microsoft would naturally say they were okay with it, but the FTC said they had no problem with that notion because the guy worked in marketing anyway, like the finance department, and didn't have anything to do with the Xbox division. It was just he worked for Microsoft. And so the FTC was perfectly happy with it. So in order for this appeal to go through, they have to prove that the decision by Judge Corley was wrong. That's going to be really, really difficult. This is just going to get thrown out, and it's just wasting more taxpayers' money. And to be honest with you, considering Microsoft will probably close by Friday, I don't even think they've got enough time to actually mount a case on this. And what are they going to base it on? Oh, Judge, we're clearly trying to protect Sony, and well, obviously their shares are going to go, they're going to lose some market share, so we can't have Microsoft actually doing this to them. What are they going to base it on? It sounds silly, but we are here. I don't know. You let me know what you think in the conversation below. I think by morning we are going to get more information regarding at least this one here, the CNBC reporting on Microsoft and the CMA with the small divestiture, because this is the key one here in my opinion. I think the FTC one is just noise, just someone putting it out there that they may potentially appeal, because they do have the right to appeal. But why would they want to appeal? They appealed against Meta and Within case, and they lost. They appealed, I think, with the Meta and Giphy, and they lost. If they appeal for this as well, they're just going to get I assume the judge is just gonna turn around and say no. There's no grounds for your appeal. But this one here is the interesting one. I really would like to know what is actually being divested. Now, I've said all along that it could be that they're going to block xCloud from the UK, but it may not even be blocking xCloud from the UK. It could just be that they're going to split xCloud in the UK to its own subscription model. So you have to pay, I don't know, £3 a month, £4 a month to actually get xCloud as part of your service, in which case I would expect the CMA to also push for Game Pass to actually go down in price to compensate for the lack of services we are getting compared to what the rest of the world is getting, because the rest of the world is getting xCloud and the rest of the world is, well, where it's available, like the US. I don't know. That's me. I've rambled long enough. Hope you've enjoyed this brief video. Well, I'll say brief, but I'm going to go to bed. I hope you've enjoyed this content. Do consider leaving a like if you've enjoyed the content, and if you've really enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, or just see me covering other gaming news, and I am going to start doing reviews as well on this channel. So if you want to see some of that content and just enjoy the way I deliver my content, do consider leaving a sub as well. Well, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, when I wake up, because there'll probably be more news by the time I go to bed, and at which point I'm just going to go to bed anyway. Right, that's it. Remain legend.